Hello, I'm Karen Adams of Rather Good Limited, and today I want to talk to you about balancing the positive and negative emotions in your life. Negative emotions are important. They help us survive. They are big, blaring, important emotions that help us realise when something is wrong and motivate us to deal with it. Positive emotions are also important. They help us to connect with others, to feel better, to be more open, and to learn new things. Both of these are very important to have in our lives. As we are a species built to survive, we have a negativity bias built in. We are more prone to spot negative things in our lives because, let's be honest, if it's a survival issue, you really want to see that as an important thing. If there's a giant tiger just running up to you, about to eat you, you want to know. You want your brain to register that as important so you can deal with it. That's great. Unfortunately, nowadays, that means that we are responding very negatively and quite extremely to a bunch of things that aren't quite so high on the survival rate scale. The key thing is, it means that because we have a negativity bias and not a positivity bias, we have to work a little bit harder at building up and looking for those positive emotions in our lives. Well doable. Totally within the realms of capability for even such people as you and me. So, how can we do this? One of the useful things in Barbara Fredrickson's book Positivity is the question, what's good about this? So you can look to see what is good about a particular situation. Asking yourself that question, certainly I found asking myself that question, it starts me thinking about what is actually good, what could potentially be good, what could I get out of something? And it really helps to sort of stimulate the creative juices in that direction. The other thing is, with negative emotions, when they come up, feel them, process them, learn from them. You're not going to be able to just move on from a negative emotion if you haven't dealt with what's behind it. If I'm angry about something, if I'm upset about something, I don't get rid of it by ignoring it. It's just sitting there stewing in the background, waiting for me to get angry in the future. If I feel what I'm angry about and find a way of dealing with the situation, it's really done something useful for me. And I can feel better and be more positive in my life. It's important to try and build the positive emotions alongside the negative emotions. So it sounds a bit weird, but you kind of want to feel them both at the same time, at least to some extent, because that's what builds resiliency. Being open to the possibility of growth in a situation enables us to process the negative things faster, to learn from them, to build from them quicker, and to bounce back afterwards, which is where we really want to be. A last thing that I read fairly recently was an article saying there had been a scientific study where they had asked people to name the emotion they were feeling. And they would answer, saying out loud, I feel whatever the emotion was. So I feel angry, I feel sad, I feel joyful. And this helps regulate the emotions, weirdly enough. It helps to put negative emotions in perspective and to make them an appropriate size for what's actually going on. And it helps to build the positive emotions, so helps them last a bit longer. Anyway, these two things, asking yourself the question, what's good in a situation, asking yourself the question, what do I feel, and saying out loud to yourself, I feel whatever. These can help you regulate those emotions, help you balance those emotions, the positive and the negative together, to help build usefulness, resiliency, and feel better in your own life, and to get the most out of both sorts of those emotions. So there, some tips, some useful things. Try them, have a go, let me know how you get on. Stick it in the comments below or contact me at rathergoodcoaching.com. Take care. Cheerio.